Hey, how's it going, everyone? Want to demonstrate a quick trick that might help you out. So you're probably familiar that you can send contacts to a landing page or a web form and give them the ability to update information from their record. So what I've got here is a landing page that I've built, and it says update your info, fill in the details below, and then it gives them whatever fields that you might want to give them the ability to update, like their first name, their last name, phone number, company, job title, and then maybe like their address or specific information that your business needs about your prospects and customers, right? And the way that this works is if you include a hidden field for email address, right? If you include a hidden field for email address and just leave that field value blank, what's going to happen is when somebody visits this web form, it's going to auto-populate their info based on what you have on their contact record. So if they're coming from an Infusionsoft delivered email, it's going to bring with them not only their email address, but whatever other fields they have. So this hidden field will be filled in with their email, and then down here you've got additional fields, and it'll populate with whatever you have on file for them. Or if you don't have any of that info, it'll populate with nothing, and they can just fill it in or change the values if they need to update it. But the problem here is that they cannot update their email address. Because the web form is using that email address for duplicate checking, if they change their email address, well, the form is going to create a new contact record. So that leaves us with the question of, what if they need to update their email? What's the easiest way to allow our prospects to update their own email address if they decide that they don't want to receive email at that specific inbox any longer, they'd rather get it in their personal inbox or their work email or a new one that they've created, right? Well, there is a way to do that natively inside Infusionsoft, but it doesn't happen or it doesn't initiate in the campaign builder. Okay, so it's sort of a legacy function, and most people haven't discovered this. But if you come to marketing settings, you'll see there is an automation links section. The reason this is here is because a long time ago, before the campaign builder, you actually had to build your automation links here. You had to build them and then designate what template you wanted to use them in, or send them in a broadcast, or build them into a legacy campaign. But they all originated here. Now, this same section is where you also manage your confirmation links or your opt-out links. And there's a little feature here on the opt-out links that a lot of people just haven't discovered. You can use this to create what are called update links. Now, they can be opt-out and update, or they can just be update links. So what you're going to do is create a unique link here, and instead of choosing opt-out, you're going to choose update. Okay, so we'll call this our blog update link, right? And this is just because it's a demo that I'm going to use for my blog ultimately. Now, just like with designing your opt-out link, you're going to be able to describe the link with a link blurb if you choose to, or you could just put in the link text, which is what I'm going to do. So I'll just say update your email address, right? Something like that. And I don't use text emails, but if you do, you can update the link blurb here as well. And then you're going to click Save and Close. Okay, so by default, any update links you create will allow the contact to update their email address as well as some standard contact fields. But if you want to create an update link that only allows them to update their email, you can do that. So let's go ahead and select Update here, and we'll call this Update Link, and then in parentheses, I'll put Email Only. And here's how this one works. We're going to give it the same link text. So we'll say update your email address. And then this time, instead of choosing save and close, I'm just going to choose save. And the reason that's important is because it unlocks, well, first of all, it unlocks this actions tab. So if you want to apply a tag or create a task or notify yourself once they've done this, you can. But more importantly, it unlocks this option down at the bottom with which fields they have access to update. So you can choose contact info. You can't select the fields. It'll default to a specific set of them, or you can choose email only, which gives them the ability to just update their email address. So now let's go ahead and choose save and close. And you'll see that once this page reloads, I've created a blog update link, and then I've also created my update link email only. You can see those two are right here. Now, using these links can be a little bit more complicated than most people expect. So here's what I recommend doing. Let's hop over to our templates section, and you can jump into an existing template or you can add a new template. Doesn't matter which route you choose to go. I'm going to add a new one. And you don't even need to name it, okay? We're not actually going to do much with this template. So we're just going to jump into the editing pane because there's an option in here that you don't have anywhere else in the application. It's this links box, okay? So once you click that links box, it opens up a list of links that you can then merge into your email. Again, this is mostly a legacy setting, so don't be surprised if this is new to you or you haven't needed this because it's not heavily used any longer. So you can see right next to this update opt-out links section, I've got the 4 links listed. And then over here on the right side of this window, I've got the insert section for the 2 links that I want to use. So on the blog update link, I'm going to click insert and you'll see a merge field shows up. Now the merge field includes the language opt-out just because that's the type of link that it is or the section that it's in. But I'm going to demonstrate what this looks like. So the 2 links we've just created are opt-out 28 and opt-out 32. Now, those, like I said, those numbers and that syntax doesn't really matter. What you want to do is just copy this so that we can bring it into the campaign builder or into a broadcast, wherever you want to use it, okay? So we're only here in the templates section because we need to be able to access those merge fields. So what we're going to do now is hop back into the campaign builder. Can go ahead and add a sequence, and then we will add an email and just pick one of our templates, and then we're going to paste in our merge codes. And I'll pop those both in here. So if you recall, the first one we created will allow the contact to update all of their info. So this one is for all of the contact fields. And when I say all, I'm referring to a set of contact fields. I think it's just their name and their company and things like that. I don't think it really includes any custom fields or any obscure ones that you could select. So then the second update link is going to allow them to just update their email. So update your email only. And obviously you wouldn't necessarily use both of these, but for the sake of this demonstration, I want you to see what they both look like. So let's go ahead and choose preview so we can double check that those merge fields are working. And in previews, I have found that legacy automation links don't display as a hyperlink. They only display the text. But once we send this through to my inbox, we should get the ability to click on and view those. So let's go ahead and test this by sending an email to myself. Go ahead and click send, and I'm going to pull up my inbox and see how that email looks. Okay, so here we are in my inbox. You can see I've got the 2 links, and they are clickable. Update your email address or update your email only, right? So those are the 2 links that we merged into that using the legacy merge code. So let's go ahead and click on this first one. And this is how that page looks. So it allows me to update my information. It's pulling a logo from my branding center. And it does pre-populate with some specific information from the contact record. And if they need to change any of those values, they can, or they can update their email. You'll see that I don't have a preferred language set for this particular contact record. So if you wanted, you could choose that and then click update my information. That's about the extent of things for that option. Like I said, you can't customize what fields are located there, but they're going to pre-fill with whatever info you have on file. And if you don't have info, like with the phone number, they can fill that info in. Now, the second one should look really similar, but instead of giving them the ability to update all those fields, they're only going to have the capacity to update their email address, update info. And that's it, guys. So using one of those 2 options, you can give your customers the ability to update their email address or update their email and a small set of contact fields. Hopefully that helps you and gives your customers a little bit more control over how they're receiving your communications and to which of their emails or inboxes they're being sent. If you enjoyed this, or if you got some specific value out of this, or if you see a different use case for this, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Take care.